when we were actually out there looking and putting in offers to start, it was straight out of lockdown. So everyone was pent up and ready to go. So even though we were trying to be really diligent and had our like pros and cons lists and comparing other properties and see what they went for and, you know, the whole spreadsheet, you'd be like, okay, well, this is fair and it's actually over and the percentage is right and everything of how much over we go. And then someone would just be like, no finance, no building and pest, and put it off. And I'm like, how can we possibly
how do you compete?
That? You just can't.
It's a really good point because some people just don't compete at all. They actually back out of the market and they just say it's too hard. I can't possibly wrap my head around what needs to be done in that short period of time. And this is where I know that if you've done the course, you actually know what to do in that period of time. So therefore you can cope with that. But it is very hard when the price is being pushed up by people who aren't doing their due diligence. You know, I know even in my business, you know, we have clients and sometimes I'd say to clients, I feel like you're disadvantaged because of what we know about that property that nobody else knows about it. And I know I don't want you waking up tomorrow or in a month or in a year or whatever and discovering what we know. And those people will discover it one day and it may or may not bite them in the bum, but they don't know before they buy it and they're not taking that into account. And it is really hard. And I know that we have to keep the faith and go, and you will buy and you will buy and you will buy, you know. So, but you don't have us championing you in quite the same way. You know, we're there to sort of, you send us your questions and whatever, but, you know, we're not there literally just dragging you through this mud.
That's right.
How did you keep positive through all of that? Because that must have been quite challenging.
I know one positive thing was moving closer to the area we wanted to live in, because of the volume of houses we were needed to view, like sometimes twice a day. And if we'd have been where we lived originally, it was going to be like more than an hour there and then more than an hour back. And I think that'd have broken our spirits in all honesty. But because we had actively moved closer to the area and just found a cheap area on the way, and so it kind of just completely halved our distance. We didn't intentionally do that at the time, but on reflection, literally every Saturday was just like, so glad we moved out this way because this is just so destroying.
It would have been even worse if you like put in an offer and it just gets completely blown out of the water and then you have to drive for an hour to get back and you're like, no. So I don't know. I think we just knew it would happen eventually.
I started to lose faith, in all honesty. I think it was just so competitive and we were kind of maxing out just all money. Like we never really intended to. Originally it was going to be like just the 20% and all that stuff. And we had other savings, we like for like emergency fund and all that type of stuff. And in the end, we threw everything at it, completely everything. And that was just to kind of just avoid the LMI and things like that. And it's just what it took to get a house in the end. And we paid more than we should. We didn't pay more than we should. Sorry, that's wrong. We paid more than it was on the market for, but that is totally what we needed to do.